Matt Zeitler joins us here today on Primetime Local News. Matt, let's kind of start from the beginning for those that, aren't familiar with you. You started off wanting to be an EDM guy from what I read about you, but then you turned into a songwriter. So how did you get to, the realization that, you're better off as a songwriter than an EDM guy?
Yeah, so like I spent, high school just listening to like EDM, lots of EDM. Just I really wanted to be a DJ. That's what I wanted to do. And then like I kind of started wanting to sing more. I was like, I want to write something. I just want to be like able to get my point out and just say something. I knew I would like it. So I just kind of pushed myself to write songs, listen to a lot of like Law, listen to the Chainsmokers, and just like, put out music. It was pretty bad, but like I put it out. um, Kind of just on SoundCloud or just showed it to my friends or whatever. It was more like I knew I was still developing as an artist. And then like in the last like 3 years, I'd say from like 2018 to now, like I really started getting better. But even from like 2020 to now is like a huge difference. And it just, I just got better by putting out music, taking it seriously, just being able to take criticism, and my manager helped a lot with that. Just um telling me when like I was going the right direction or when I was going the wrong direction, and just being like, do more stuff like this, whatever. And then I kind of just pushed my voice to like a sound that I've not really done before and loved it, and then kind of kept rolling with it. And that's kind of like Love's Dead is going to be the first song where people hear that side of my voice that like I haven't done before on my catalog, right? So I'm excited for that.
We're also talking about your newly released single called Love's Dead, ironically released very close to Valentine's Day. So what made you want to write a quote anti-Valentine's Day anthem or song?
So like the funny part is I actually wrote this song back in August, and like we thought it was gonna come out months ago. Like we were like, oh yeah, the song's gonna come out maybe in like October or something. It's gonna be sick, whatever, right? And so I wrote the song in August. Like I literally just did like a 12-hour session or something one morning, and just like the song was done by the end of the day. Sent it to my manager or my producer, and they loved it, right? And then I was like, we were sitting on the song, working on it, whatever. And I wrote the song kind of like because I wanted not to do like a regular breakup song or like even like a happy relationship song. I was like, what if I just like totally flipped it and I was just mad in the song, like just frustrated, right? Like just like something that people don't usually say. It's either like a sad breakup song or it's like a happy love song, right? So I was like, let's just do something different. And then like as Valentine's Day was closer, I'm like, we're gonna get a Valentine's Day release, aren't we? Like that's what this is looking like. And it just started approaching. And I was like, all right, let's just go with it. This is perfect. This couldn't be any more perfect. It's a Valentine's Day kind of like or anti-Valentine's Day anthem, right? And yeah, I just kind of wanted to say something a little bit different, like not necessarily negative, just kind of like I think the song's just like it's just a way for people to kind of like get their emotions out, kind of just like rock out to it. If you're single on Valentine's Day, just bump Love's Dead.
Some of the artists that I've read that kind of you like to emulate off of, Owl City, Machine Gun Kelly, those types of guys. So talk about those groups in particular and kind of how that shaped you to find the sound that you have today.
It's actually funny. That's actually just like what people have been saying I sound like, which is hilarious because I remember as soon as Machine Gun Kelly dropped his new album, everybody's like, yo, you sound like this guy, like all his songs are sounding like yours. And I'm like, what? Like I thought Machine Gun Kelly rapped, right? So like I listened to the album and I was like, huh, that's funny. That's like almost not identical to what we're doing. Ours is a lot more pop, but I was like, wow, that's funny and like cool, I guess, like right, like whatever. But it's funny, like people always say that in Blink 182, Owl City and stuff. But I actually listened to a lot of Lauv and the Chainsmokers when I was like, starting off making music. Like I always wanted to kind of sound like them. And their biggest influences are Owl City and Blink 182, as in Lauv's and Drew's. And I just found that funny because like, you get a piece of somebody else's inspirations and because they were yours. And I just think that's like super cool because people are always telling me now that like I sound like these guys that like I was like trying to sound like for a while and just stopped. And then it's like now I'm sounding like their inspirations, which I just think is kind of cool.
Well, Matt, I really appreciate your time. Love's Dead is now officially out on all major streaming platforms. Go check it out. Matt, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate this. It's awesome.